last Wednesday night when a woman passenger was raped on the Market Frankfurt Ale. Well, today, SEPTA officials spoke out about the horrific incident and what happened and what didn't happen aboard that train. Action News reporter Christy Aletto was live at SEPTA headquarters in Center City with the latest on this. Christy.
And Jim, because passengers stood by and did nothing, SEPTA is reminding those on board to either call 911, use their emergency call boxes, or file reports on SEPTA's app.
So this is the emergency contact.
2 emergency call buttons per car to put passengers in direct contact with the conductor. SEPTA eager Monday to make sure the lack of action taken during a rape on board the Frankfurt line last week isn't repeated.
You can push this button in.
What we want everyone to be is angry, disgusted, and join us in being resolute to continue to make the system safe.
SEPTA police say help could have come sooner. Security cameras show Fiston Nagoy spent an entire train ride from the Frankfurt Transportation Center to 69th Street trying to talk, then allegedly grope and sexually assault a woman on board. It wasn't until a SEPTA custodian reported a man disrobing close to the end of the line that authorities were able to arrest the alleged predator while in the act. The arresting officer, who did not want to be identified, tells Action News he pulled Nagoy off the victim while passengers sat idly watching the lawlessness.
There were people witnessing the act with phones in their hands.
But SEPTA says it only received 1 911 call and 0 were apparently reported to Philadelphia police.
I would be shocked. I mean, I can't stand here in good faith and tell you that I do anything. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do anything.
I would try to either assist or call 911 according to the situation. That's what people need to do and stop videotaping stuff.
Yeah, last week's incident still a big topic of concern for a lot of people who ride SEPTA. Again, SEPTA also reminding people to speak up when they see something isn't right. Live here in Center City, Christy Aletto, Channel 6, Action News. Jim?
Thank you, Christy.
Well, somebody should have done something. Upper Darby's top cop with those words after a woman was raped on a SEPTA train with other riders present. SEPTA wants everyone to be angry and to be part of the solution. Eyewitness News reporter Alicia Roberts is near the Broad Street line tonight with the story. Alicia?
Yuki, good evening. That woman is recovering tonight despite what SEPTA officials describe as a horrendous criminal act that occurred right around this time last Wednesday.
There were people witnessing the act with phones in their hands.
SEPTA's chief of police with a disturbing account of what happened as a woman was raped by a stranger on board an L train in Upper Darby last Wednesday night. Investigators say other riders did not help.
People were holding their phone up in the direction of this woman being attacked.
He also says no one called Philadelphia's 911 and that it was a SEPTA employee who alerted police something wasn't right.
When the doors opened, an officer entered and saw what he believed was a criminal act occurring, ripped that man off of her.
35-year-old Fiston Nagoy has been charged with rape. Now SEPTA leaders are urging all riders not to hesitate to report suspicious activity, either by calling 911 or pressing the emergency button inside all trains.
And it automatically lights up and it contacts the operator of the train.
Some SEPTA riders were familiar with the feature.
A little kid hit one once, so I remember an operator called the train to see if everything was okay.
Others telling us they're often hesitant to get involved.
I've seen people fight when we would get off the train, and I just walked away.
While SEPTA says they've increased security, they're hoping more riders will also speak up in the name of safety.
Be angry, be disgusted, be resolute about making the system safe by contacting us.
And SEPTA is also encouraging everyone to download their Transit Watch app. You can anonymously text with a dispatcher in the case of an emergency. Reporting live along the Broad Street line, Alicia Roberts, CBS 3 Eyewitness News. Yuki.
Alicia, thank you for that.
SEPTA is asking people to step up, saying people need to speak up when they see a crime happening in front of them. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
I'm Jason Martinez, and this is all in response to the recent rape of a woman on the Market Frankfurt line. Our Jeff Cole live in Upper Darby tonight. Jeff.
Yeah, Jason, we've talked to investigators who say, in point of fact, while this woman was being attacked, there were passengers on the train. They did apparently witness what was going on and apparently did nothing about it. SEPTA tonight is defending its response to the rape on the L, and it's asking, though, passengers who see something wrong to please help them. At Upper Darby's 69th Street station, passengers of the Market Frankfurt line are outraged.
The attack was brutal. It was wicked, and the worst part is when the people were watching.
Several people watching, some within arm's length, says Upper Darby Superintendent of Police, whose officers are investigating the rape of a female passenger on the Market Frankfurt line Wednesday night on a train heading west to Upper Darby.
It's a horrendous act. And unfortunately, we live in a time right now where there are horrendous things, as always.
Arrested is 35-year-old Fishton Noy, who investigators say is seen on a train security camera sitting next to the alleged victim, touching her, and then raping her. Investigators say a female SEPTA employee called in the attack, which was relayed on radio about the attacker disrobing on a train at 56th Street Station.
Westbound train currently at 56th Street, train car 1102, male disrobing on the train.
SEPTA says Noy was arrested at 69th Street Station on the train in the act. This afternoon, SEPTA's general manager and its police chief met reporters at the station to urge passengers to speak up when they see trouble.
You believe the agency's response was adequate and timely and did what it was supposed to do?
It was a very quick response, and let me say to everybody, there are 28,000 cameras on the SEPTA system. You will be videoed.
Any idea why anybody couldn't get to him?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about less than 3 minutes, Jeff. And in 3 minutes' time, police are coming in contact with that person and making an arrest. I think that's pretty good.
So we were asking Chief Nestel there why, if there was a call made at 56th Street Station of the man disrobing, why they couldn't get to him earlier, and you heard his argument there that they caught him within 3 minutes. Investigators say the victim got on the train after having a few beers, maybe apparently after work, say that she did not certainly know her attacker, tried to push him off, couldn't, that she may have then gone into shock when he attacked her. What to do, says SEPTA, if you see something horrific or just something going wrong on the train, is to obviously call 911 or use SEPTA call boxes on those trains. Live in Upper Darby near the 69th Street station. Jeff Cole, Fox 20.
In an horrific incident, a woman was raped on a suburban Philadelphia train. The police said that there were a lot of people around who should have done something. Several passengers on a moving train saw the accused sexually assault a woman, but they did not intervene. A 35-year-old man is now facing criminal charges for rape and assault. The attack took place on the night of October the 13th. The assault, recorded on the train's surveillance cameras, went on for 8 minutes. The man sat next to the woman and tried to start a conversation with her. Over the next few minutes, when she kept rejecting his advances, the accused was seen getting aggressive. He ripped off her clothes and raped her. Several people present on the train did not act or intervene by calling 911. A Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority employee who saw the attack was the first to report it, and he called 911. Officials are trying to look into the surveillance videos to identify those present in the train car and to interview possible witnesses. The survivor, who did not know the attacker, was taken to a hospital and was treated for her injuries. The Transportation Authority issued a statement calling it an horrendous criminal act and said it may have stopped sooner if a rider had called 911. Well, for more, let's go across now to WION correspondent Susan Tehrani, who's joining us live from New York. Susan, it seems incredible that nobody intervened here. What more can you tell us about the investigation?
So this man was homeless. He is in custody. As you mentioned, he has been charged with aggravated assault and rape. We don't know who his lawyer is. He will be assigned with a lawyer, and he's in custody. Criminologists generally say that there are several reasons why people don't intervene. One of them is fear of retaliation. The other one is they hope that other people will intervene. But this really speaks of a larger problem, crime in big cities right now across the United States, and the lack of law enforcement, part of it going back to the defund the police movement, and the other, going back to lack of crime bills perhaps that need to be updated, and something that is really center stage right now on Capitol Hill. The issue of homelessness, again, that also plays really in the heart of a state like Pennsylvania, Philadelphia as well. A lot of factors into it. I do want to mention that just an update on this. Philadelphia doesn't have a Good Samaritan law to see what would happen to these individuals who were witnesses, and if these surveillance footages do capture someone actually filming the incident and not intervening. If that happens, some action may be taken against that individual, but we yet don't know what kind of action, because there is no law, would be taken against an individual that perhaps films an incident like this but decides not to intervene to stop it.